Glad you stay with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly reporting from Southern California. And in the At Your Beck and Call segment tonight, our pal Glenn Beck has been venting heavily against the government's bailout of the mortgage industry.
But what nobody's really focusing on is we're at the beginning of this crisis. The government keeps trying to fool us with makeup and sunglasses. What? It's going to be great in about 10 minutes. Hang on just a second. It's going to get really, really good. Obama is now pumping in $75 billion for the people who took risky loans.
All right, Mr. Beck joins us now from New York. Okay.
Now, you going to play nice tonight, Bill?
No. Is this...
At least you're honest.
On, Beck, you know me. Am I going to be nice?
Well, I'm just saying. Aren't we co-workers? Can't we be friends, Bill?
What is it? What do you think this is? What's my line?
I'm just saying.
Okay. Now, is it just the personal responsibility issue that people, some of them poor, some of them wealthy, you know, the wealthy people bought big McMansions they couldn't afford. So it's across all economic spectrum. Barney Frank pumping it that poor people ought to be given mortgages because everybody's a right to a house. It's all across. Is it just the personal responsibility thing that has you torqued off? Or is it Obama's solution to de-intensify the banking crisis by readjusting mortgages? Which is it?
I don't even think I understand the second part of that, so I'm going to go with A. Here it is, Bill. It is the fact that we are living in a society now where nobody has to pay for anything. I mean, they're going to give you bonuses if you actually pay your mortgage for 5 years. Well, that's fantastic. What about me? I paid my mortgage. I'm doing it. You know what? If you took a mortgage out, and it's different if we're talking about, I still don't bail you out, but I feel sorry for you. If you lost your job or you have a catastrophic thing happen in your family and you can't make your payment, I understand that. That's what your church or community or your family is for. And I really do. I mean, I'm a guy who barely could pay my rent of $695 just 7 years ago. I'm not wildly successful like Bill O'Reilly for all these years.
So, and there's a good reason for that.
See, now that's just out and out hostile. So here's the thing. So, you know, I feel bad for you, but if you went and you took out a loan, and now you can't make your payment because you're upside down, well, you know what? Everybody's upside down in their car, too. The minute you drive off the lot,
there are a lot of Americans
sucks
that
to be
believe
you.
Listen, there are a lot of Americans that agree with you, and I philosophically agree with you as well. I think that Americans' personal responsibility made the country great, and we're getting away from it, and we have to get back to it. So you and I are simpatico. Do you know what that means?
We are building bridges to each other.
So we're
right
simpatico on that issue. However, one of the dangers to all of us, and most Americans are responsible, as Carl Rowe pointed out, 91% of homeowners do pay their mortgage on time and are responsible. The danger to the 91% of us who are responsible is that if the financial system, the banking system collapses in this country, all right, if that were to happen, we would all be gravely damaged in many, many ways. So it looks like what the Obama administration is trying to do is say, look, we're going to try to stabilize this whole thing, yes, by giving irresponsible people a break, but it's for the greater good.
Stop
to
with
make
the greater
sure
good.
that the financial system doesn't collapse.
When did we go into a country where it's all for the greater good? When did we sign up to be a part of the Borg? We are a country built up of individuals, and individuals that need to have personal responsibility.
But if the banking system goes under
the
because
banks
of
are going to go under,
mortgages,
Bill. The banks are, get used to that. The banks are going to go under. This system of our houses being worth what we were all like, oh my gosh, this is great, and they come with a free car too. That's over. It is over. They weren't worth this much.
Okay.
So now what's happening is they're deleveraging.
Are you predicting, is Glenn Beck predicting that the banking system in America is going to collapse?
See, now you did this last week. You made me go on the air, and then you painted me into some right-wing crazy person that's building...
I did nothing of the kind.
That's
I'm
building
an
bomb
inquisitor.
shelters in my backyard, which I am, but that's a different story.
Look,
yeah, you know, look, Bill, yes.
Go ahead.
You are going to have serious deleveraging in this country. What we did is
but that's
we built
different
a
than the
house of
banking
cards.
system collapsing. Deleveraging is different. Is the banking system going to collapse, in your opinion?
It is going to be. We are going to go to nationalized banks. Yes.
All right. You heard it here. I hope that's not the case.
I do
we'll
too.
Follow it. Now, do you know who Huey Newton is?
Huey Newton, he was Black Panther, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
very good, because you're younger than I am. And in the late 60s, Huey was power to the people, the revolution is coming. And when you said that last week on the factor, the revolution is coming, and that you're digging the fallout shelter and you're stockpiling the AK-47s and the hand grenades,
I'm not doing any
I
of those,
said, you
but
know,
let me tell you
Glenn
something.
Beck,
He comes to my
and
bomb
Huey Newton are simpatico. And, you know, the revolution never showed up for Huey. And Huey did not have a nice life. And I know you're going to have a good life because you're
I don't
a better
look.
person.
I'm not, Bill. I'm not looking for a revolution.
But you're predicting it.
Because wait a minute. Is that a problem? Is it a problem to point out? Wait a minute. Is it a
Huey
problem
Newton
to point out?
predicted it
Bill
and it didn't
O'Reilly,
happen.
Is it a problem? You'll get no food from me. You come knocking at my bomb shit door. I'm going to say, is that Bill O'Reilly? Can't hear you. Listen, here's the thing. It
I'd
is
rather
not a
starve,
problem
Beck.
to
I'd
point
rather
out.
starve than knock on your bomb
It is-
shelter door asking you for food.
Oh, you
I'll
will.
go down
Oh,
before
you will.
I do that.
Listen, here's the thing. You come near it, you will. Anyway, here's the thing. I don't bring this up because I want it. I bring it up to warn people
I know.
that we are in real trouble if you keep pushing people up against the wall. If you keep telling people, hey, by the way, these losers over here, they took out a 105% mortgage. They didn't show their ID. They didn't have to verify their income. Now they're upside down, and you're going to have to bail them out. You keep doing these things, Bill. You keep pushing these people against the wall. A good portion of America does not believe in socialism. A good portion of America
that will
believes in
happen
stand up for yourself.
In 3.5 years, there'll be another election, and then the
And
socialists will
I
get out. That's
hope
what happens.
that's what happens.
Right.
But you are looking at a globe that is going to have 50 million people unemployed by the end of the year. That's not my stat. That's the New York Times.
That's in the world. That's in the whole
Exactly
world. All
right.
And now, I just want to tell everybody that I was going to have a picture of Huey Newton and Glenn Beck side by side.
Let me tell you something.
But I didn't. I did not do it.
Huey Newton and the News, I love them. I love the heart of rock and roll.
Right. And that, you see, that's what happened. Huey Newton was a revolutionary, and then he said, well, it's not coming. I'll be a rock star. See what a great country this is?
I didn't know that. I didn't know his roots. I just thought it was like, some
Glenn
sort of-
Beck, everybody, watch him at 5 o'clock and start